Hey everybody. Today we're going to have another dating advice question answer session, which actually I have three questions and only one of them is about dating. One person's married and one has a relationship with her daddy that she's questioning. So let's get started because I will answer any question. I have an opinion on just about every subject in the world, and in situations where there are two people involved, it's a relationship, even if it's not a romantic one, and I will respond to your questions. So if you have questions, you want to get in on this action, send your question through the submission form on survivingdating.com. Up near the top it says get advice. It's actually even at the top of the YouTube channel. It says get advice, and that's the form that you fill out. It has releases and things on it that I really would like to have on hand for my own protection as well as for yours. And I do accept some by email, but I prefer that everyone use that form, and let's keep everything kosher, as they used to say in the 80s, copacetic. So let's start with these questions. Question number one. This young lady is having some drama with her daddy. So she says, what's the best way to tell my father that he sucks as a parent? For example, I want to take a trip to California alone. I have never been on the outside of Pennsylvania. When speaking to him about it, he said, if something happens to you, I won't be able to save you. Save me from what? An earthquake? Even if an earthquake did happen, my dad never saved me from anything. Mind you, Dad never went to a parent-teacher conference, never brought me anything, never taught me to drive, etc. I want to explore this world before my youth is over. I'm in my mid-20s. I don't want to hurt my dad's feelings, but he needs to be knocked off his pedestal. This is my life and I only get one. I appreciate any advice you have. And she signs it, tired of biting my tongue. So there's a lot of holes here. I'm assuming that you are independent from your father financially, if he's never done anything for you and all of that. You're in your mid-20s. I'm sure you're working, you have the money to take this trip. I'm curious to know why, though, if he's never done anything for you and he sucks as a parent, why do you care what his opinion is about what you do with your life? Why are you, the wording in this letter sounds like a petulant adolescent. And I'm, kind of wondering, where did you and your dad go wrong? Because it seems like you're kind of stuck emotionally in your relationship to this man. Because you a grown-ass woman. You in your mid-20s. You don't need anybody's permission to go anywhere or do anything. You buy a plane ticket with your cash or your credit card, and you get your ass on a plane. That's all you have to do. Train, boat, ship, rent a car. Whatever way you want to get there, that's what you do. You don't need anyone's permission. You're not a minor child. So he doesn't have to agree with you. It's not necessary to have his buy-in. You send him a postcard when you get there. Don't even tell him you're going. Just go. What's the problem here? I'm not really understanding why this is even an issue that you're writing to me about. I can see him being somewhat concerned. I live in California. There's some nuts out here. But if you go in, map out where you're going to be. If you don't tell him, tell somebody. No woman, even me, as old as I am, when I go someplace, I let somebody know where I am and what time I am expected back, so that if they don't hear from me, they know where to start looking, or to start looking, period, for what may have happened to me. I could have been in a car accident or something and be in a hospital unconscious and unable to tell anybody, to call an emergency contact or anything like that. So, somebody should always know where you are. Somebody should always know your itinerary. Someone should always know when you are anticipated to return to your home, your state, your job, whatever. Somebody needs to know that. But in this, I'm sensing a lot of resentment about stuff, like I said, that happened in adolescence. It's time to move on from that. You want to go somewhere, get your butt on a plane and go. You want to go on a drive, get in your car and go. You want to go to a dinner out with just yourself, take yourself out to dinner, to lunch, to breakfast, to a weekend away. Make it happen. You don't need his buy-in. I don't even know, I don't know any other way to say this. You don't need to bite your tongue about it. You just need to go. Buy your ticket and tell him, well, this is, as you walking out the door, this is where I'm gonna be. You can reach me on my cell phone. This is where the hotel I'm gonna be staying at. You can call there, or you can call me on my cell phone, and I'll send you pictures and postcards and stuff. If, if you on my Facebook or whatever, or I'll just send it to you by text. I'll be back in a week. See ya, and then go. I mean, I went all to New Orleans. I went to Canada. I went to Mexico. I went on cruises. I went to Puerto Rico. I did all kind of traveling all by myself, and I didn't ask anybody any permission. I just told them when I was coming back, and that's what you need to do as a grown woman. And if you were, like a high school kid or in college or something, and somebody's paying your tuition and you're going to be missing some classes, well, now that's another story, and you would need his buy-in for that, because then you'd be wasting somebody's money, their tuition money and stuff. But if that's not the case and he's not paying for your existence, then why are you tripping? Just go. Research where you want to go. If you want to come up to this area up here, send me an email and ask me for some suggestions, and I'll tell you some sites to see. But most of those tourist books already have all that stuff, so you really don't need my 2 cents. And just have a good time. Tell me about it. Send me some pictures when you get back. Letter number 2. Oh God, this dude, he posted this comment. I didn't make it live because it was too stupid. It was under the video that I did about black women having an attitude, black women not having an attitude. And he says, black women are stuck in denial. They can lie their way out of it all they want to. They talking about they don't have an attitude, because they really do have attitude. When a man trying to talk to them, they always looking mean, like they don't want to be bothered with. And especially when they are in a relationship together. When a man doesn't want to do nothing for her, she'll get an attitude, he says. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of interesting. Let me talk about this, because this brother's stupid. All right. Black women are stuck in denial. No, they're not. The one who is in denial is you. There's no need to lie our way out of it, because we don't know we don't have an attitude. We just don't want to be fucking bothered with you, like you so adeptly understood. So see, since you understand that, it makes it a curious dichotomy here, as in why you say that black women have an attitude, when you understand that it's because they don't want to be bothered with you. You see what I mean? You're posing that like you're confused, but you have the answer right here in the letter. They don't want to be bothered with you. That's the reason why they're looking at you crazy and don't want to talk to you. I mean, how hard is this? This is like a kindergartner could have figured this one out. So, but you want to say, well, when a man's trying to talk to them, they looking mean, like they don't want to be bothered. Like I said, that's because they don't. They want you to leave them the fuck alone. But instead of doing that, you try to force yourself on people, like I said in that video. You have the attitude like that stupid dude that I was talking about. Because you want to talk to her, you think she's obligated to talk to you back. And she's telling you, no, I don't want to be bothered with you. I got other shit to do, other shit to think about, places to be, more important people to look at that look better than you, got more money than you, taller than you, and don't have your fucked up face. So it's like, what in the world is it that you think that someone would want to be talking to you for? And even if you're in a relationship, there are going to be times that she might be PMSing, she might have had a bad mood, she might have had a fight with her mother or her sister, she might just not want to fucking be bothered because she's tired. But then here you come and wanting her attention and stuff, and she don't want to be bothered with you. She wants you to leave her alone. Men do that, and they zone out in front of the television watching sports and stuff and say, don't interrupt me, I'm watching my game, or I'm playing my video game or something. It's the same thing. Sometimes people just want to be left alone to do their own thing and just think in their own thoughts and breathe the air in the room all by themselves. So you have to understand that. I mean, a woman's not your toy. She's not your entertainment, where she's going to be all available to you every time you want to talk to her. This is just stupid. And when a man doesn't want to do nothing for her, she'll get an attitude. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Were you confused about that? Why would somebody be in a relationship with you and you don't want to do nothing for her? What the fuck are you good there? What are you there for? What good are you? See, this is the thing. You guys come and you think that just because you show up with your dick in your hand and a smile on your face, that a woman is supposed to be jumping through hoops and all overjoyed and excited about you being there. You fail to understand that if you not doing nothing for your woman, then she really has no use for you. What you offering is nothing. What she can get from you is nothing. What you don't want to do for her is nothing. And then you want to be shocked and surprised when she leaves you for another man? You really are confused about that? She gonna leave your ass because you don't want to do nothing for her, as you just put right here in the letter. So if you're not making her life better, you're not enriching her in some way, just bringing more joy, more excitement, more something, money. Well, I mean, whatever it is you have to offer that she needs, you have to give it to her. If you're not going to give it to her, then she has no use for you, and then she will be on to the next dude. So you would have made yourself obsolete. There's no point in being angry about her not wanting to continue to be bothered with you, because you put that in motion. You set yourself up to be rejected and to be dismissed. So I don't know, this was like, what? He already had the answer in the letter. So I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Okay, let's do question number 3. Because I'm tired. I've been on my feet all day. Okay, question 3. This late now, usually on this channel we talk about singles. Now I do talk about couples because in some instances, because in those instances either the couple has just recently broken up or they about to break up, like this couple here, so that the woman or the man who is writing the letter is very much close to being single. So for those individuals, I do respond, because you got to kind of guide them through that process so that when they are single, they don't feel guilty about where they were, about making the decision to leave their spouse or mate or whatever, the baby daddy, whatever. You want people to be okay with their decision and to realize that it really was the best decision. Of course it's going to be painful. Of course they'll be somewhat traumatized. Of course there's going to be some emotional devastation behind it, because you were once in love with this person. It's not to expect that you're going to leave and not have any repercussions from making the decision, even though that decision was the right one to make. So that's why I do advice for people in these type of situations. In case you were wondering, that's a long explanation. But anyway, question number 3. I've been married for 8 years, together for 10, and have not had a sexual relationship with my husband for 4 years. Wow. I am not physically attracted to him anymore, and I have mentally and emotionally checked out of the marriage for various reasons. We have not addressed the issue and just go about our daily lives with no acknowledgement of what's going on. It feels like a roommate living situation. I don't want to live the rest of my life this way and feel I should end this and not drag it out. I've not cheated on him, but I feel like I'm getting closer every day, and I have no evidence he has either. I just feel like I am suffocating, and my attitude towards him has not been the greatest. We are 41 with no children. How should I broach the topic of divorce? I don't know how he will react. He seems content with our current situation. Wow. Well, he might not be content. He might be just like you, not really knowing what to do or how to what move to make, and be just as confused about how you feel as you are feeling about his. I doubt that he would be too content with that, but I don't really know him, so I could be wrong. Now, let's go through this. Okay, you have not had any kind of physical relationship with your husband for 4 years. That's a long time to be living in the same house with the man and not having no action. That's kind of interesting. I'm not physically attracted to him anymore, and I have mentally and emotionally checked out of the marriage. Okay, that is the first step for women when they leave a man. They check out mentally, then they check out emotionally, and then they check out physically. And once you already 2 of the three steps, so the marriage is essentially over. It's been over, but you just have to make the final cut. Now, you have not addressed the issue and just go about your daily lives with no acknowledgement of what's going on. I feel that's because it's easier. People always do what's easy. Both of you are probably somewhat confused about how things have gotten this bad. You don't know what to do about it. You don't know how to fix it or if it's even worth fixing. And you guys are still young. I mean, as chronological age goes, 41 is still pretty young. You're like in your sexual prime right now, and you missing out, girlfriend. Woo! You just don't know. Wait till you cut loose. It's gonna be all kind of magic happening. So what I suggest that you do, you shouldn't live your life like this. It's just, that makes no sense to live that kind of way. And don't cheat on them. Don't do that. Just continue to conduct yourself with class like you're doing. End the marriage first. End the marriage, and once the marriage has ended, you file what's called a bifurcation, and that legally separates the two of you, and all your debts and everything up at that point are now separate after that date. So that's what you want to do first. You need to find a place to live, or he needs to find a place to live, whatever. And you guys start separating your existences. You would most likely, if you have bought any property together, you would most likely need an attorney to help you sort all that out and file the proper paperwork and everything so that everyone's shares are, it's their proper share of everything. But since you have no children, that is a fabulous, fabulous situation to be in. You don't have to worry about any further ties to him. Once those divorce papers are signed, there will be no need for visitation or any further contact with that man ever again, because you don't have to have visitation. You don't have to have birthday parties. You don't have to do summer vacations schedules. You don't have to do parent-teacher conferences. You don't have any weddings to go through in the future. No grandchildren to share. It'll be a clean cut, and it's just like the best thing ever. So how should you broach this topic? I think what you should do is make sure that you, the one thing you didn't say is anything about his temperament. So this is kind of, I'm like shooting in the dark here. But if you feel that he might, have a strong emotional reaction to it, you should have some place to stay for a few days. And before you go, though, you guys, go out in public. Do not do this at home in case he has a strong emotional reaction that's negative. Out in public and say, I know you've noticed how our marriage is for the last 4 years. And I'm not happy with like this. I don't want to live like this anymore. I miss being, having a husband that I, have romantic attraction to, and that I talk and laugh with, and make it sound like you miss the old him. That's the softest way to do it. And say, and I want to have that again. It's obvious that we're, whatever we had is over, and it's been over for years. I would like us to end this now and not drag this out any longer and get a divorce. I want to get a divorce. And then that's, that should be it. It doesn't have to be any long roundabout thing, but you want to give him a reason and explain why you've come to that decision. It's different from when you're just dating somebody for a little hot minute and you decide that you don't want to be bothered with them anymore. Then ghosting someone under those situations, even though people say it's not the best way to do it, it's like understandable, and because they don't give a shit. They don't have any time invested in you, no feelings invested in you. They don't give a damn. But this is something. You've been with this man for 10 years. Even though it may not have been, the last 4 years, you still had enough respect for each other not to be bringing other people around the house and, cutting up and acting a fool. Both of you respected each other, and I really like that. So I want you to continue that way until your divorce is final, and then you can do whatever you want to do. I don't know why he seems content, but maybe he just, is looking for the companionship and he doesn't really care about the other parts. I really don't know. I can't really see how he would be that content with a situation like this unless he's developed some kind of health problems you don't know about, or he turned gay and you don't know about that. There's something going on with dude, because that's not normal to be 40 years old and to be like that. That's not a normal, guy's disposition. But that's my suggestion, a nice, calm, logical setting out of the reasons why you want to move on from the relationship. Let him know. Don't try to make him feel like it's his fault. Like, you suck, and, you're the worst husband in the world. Don't blame him. Talk about the situation, and don't say, because it's really not either one of you's fault. It sounds like, I don't know, you say various reasons, but you don't say what they are. So that, again, leaves me to shoot in the dark. But whatever it is, the reason, it is what it is. And it's time for this little circus to come to a halt. And, all the little monkeys go home. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the advice column for this week. I kind of like doing these video advice columns because I can just talk my way through them. I don't have to write and do all that typing. Sometimes my hand gets tired, so this works much better for me. But anyway, keep your suggestions coming in. You can send me the email or use the comment form or whatever, and let me know what kind of topics sound interesting to you, and I will add them to my list. Be sure to take a moment and visit the blog survivingdating.com. If you're interested in interacting with me on Facebook, my link is up at the top of the channel. Also, my Twitter, I think it's up there, I don't know. Anyway, if not, it's Ms. Heartbeat. And Yeah, I'll see you in a day or two. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye bye.